And so, without brushing my hair, or putting on a stitch of makeup, or changing my clothes, I left the desert and I showed up backstage at UCLA. I said to Michelle Obama, who I barely knew, Oprah and Caroline, okay, I'm here, I'm with you. Now, since the three of you are the stars here, why don't you just kind of walk out there and I'll introduce you. Oprah said, no, wait a minute. We are old news. You're the big surprise. We're going to introduce you. I said, no. I said, no, we're going to do it my way. Oprah said, no, you're wrong. I'm right. You go last. You're the moment. I said, no, I can't go. I can't be the moment. I'm never the moment. I'm not the moment. Oprah said, you are now. You will go last. That's it. We're out of here. I whined. Michelle Obama kind of stood there with her eyes like peeled and watching this back and forth. And she said to me, wow, this is so weird. I always thought you were like a kind of fearless, take charge person, and you're like scared. Oh my God. Caroline has known me her whole life, winked her eyes, rolled her head, and walked out of the room. So the three of them just turned around, walked out, and they went on stage, and the crowd roared for them. And I stayed backstage with fear and all of these voices screaming in my head. And they went something like this: you're being disloyal to women. You didn't let the governor's office know. Oh my God, they're going to kill you. The Clintons are going to be mad at you. Oh my God, women are going to be furious at you. What in the name of God are you doing here? And because I had campaigned for a Republican governor in the last two elections, I convinced myself that the people out there who were Democrats would say, what the heck are you doing here? Who do you think you are coming here to tell us who to vote for? So this was kind of like welcome to my head. Kind of like that every day, but this is what the conversation was on that day. I was so scared backstage, I actually thought I could just slide on out of here while they're up there and no one would know because I'm a surprise. But right then and there, while I was having that conversation with myself, I heard Michelle Obama say, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special surprise for you. And then I heard my name. I thought I would faint, or worse, puke. With my legs kind of buckling, my heart pounding, I went out onto the stage. And when I walked out, I realized right then and there, I was right where I was meant to be. With thousands of people who felt in their hearts as I did. It's amazing what a cheering audience can do to get rid of a little fear. But that moment taught me a really important lesson. You can't wait until the fear goes away before you take the action that you're actually afraid of. The only way it goes away is by taking the action. Of course, it did turn out that plenty of women, I'm sure many of whom are here today, were disappointed in me. And I understand and I respect that. But many others came up to me and told me that they'd had the same struggle and had come out the same place. What I learned from all of that was that by walking into my fear and saying what's true to my heart, I endorsed not just Obama, but I endorsed my own gut and my right to change my mind. It made me feel free. And that's what I want to feel, free of fear. Not fearless, like jumping into the river just to prove I'm one of the boys. I now see that that had a terrible price for me, because it made me deny that I was afraid. It made me make myself numb. It made me lose touch with myself, with my feelings, and with who I am. And it kept a part of me locked away from myself and from the people in my life. I now understand that that is no way to live, and I don't want to be that way anymore. And this year has given me plenty of more opportunities to be different. This past May, a call came early one morning into my bedroom, and it was my brother Timothy, who's here today, letting me know that my Uncle Teddy had had a seizure. Later, they thought it was a stroke. It finally turned out to be a malignant brain tumor. The fear was and is indescribable, all-encompassing, and it overtook me. All of a sudden, I found myself having to think the unthinkable. Could my family possibly lose this man who's been the center of gravity all our lives? My Uncle Teddy is our go-to person, the one who's gotten us through all kinds of trauma and drama over the years. He is our family's center, our history, the repository of all of our stories. And this past year, he's been a rock for my brothers and myself as we've dealt with my mother's illnesses. So I was afraid. But this time I didn't run like I used to when I was a kid and family tragedies happened. Back then, I'd just tell myself, don't feel, don't talk, don't share, just shut down and keep moving. This time, I didn't run. I called up my uncle, and I told him how much I loved him. I told him, I'm here for you, and I offered to help him with anything he needed. And then, I gave it over to God. I'm happy to say that he's doing well, he's taking his treatments, and God is watching over him.